Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Lions Den with Seth. I am Seth, and this Big Herm. What's going on, dog? What's going on?
Man, what's going on, man? Another week down, bro.
Bro, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Fast, ain't it?
Yeah, man. It went by pretty quick, bro. School started, so, it's on and popping over there in the center. Yeah. Hey, man, real quick, I want to give a shout out to one of our past guests, Wilbur. You remember my boy Wilbur, man. Yeah. Still fighting a good fight, man. If you watch it, I'm still rocking with you. I'm right here with you, brother.
What's going on, Wilbur? What's going on? Yeah. And look, shout out to everybody that's watching right now. Y'all, look, if this is your first time tuning in to the Lions Den, y'all, what we focus on is leadership, growth, development with a call to action. So what you doing in them streets? I'm talking about, what are you doing? But ladies and gentlemen, we want you to hit the share button if you don't mind, because it's the best thing smoking right now. Well, other than, Lions beating everybody this year. Watch it happen. You know what I'm saying? It's about to go down. Please believe me. But outside of that, man, there's a lot going on in these streets, man. And y'all, we're talking about this reality. You dig what I'm saying? What is reality? What's reality to you? And what does it cause you to do? So, Herm, man, look, kick it off, bro. What's reality to you?
All right, so check this out, man. For me, my opinion, there's a lot of things that happen on this computer screen, on people's phones, that people don't do in real life, or people don't really mean in real life. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give you an example. I was not too long ago on a friend of mine's podcast called you know what I'm saying podcast. Shout out to Shantae and John, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The conversation was about the Montgomery Brawl stuff,
Okay.
Montgomery Brawl situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I went on to say that, you know what I'm saying, people need to break a poverty mindset, right?
Okay.
They push back. There's no such thing as poverty mindset, this, that, and the other, that poverty is systemic and all that. I agree with that part. But I believe that a lot of that stuff is a whole bunch of talking points people say to people online.
What you mean?
Well, I mean, you know, people every day, me, you, a lot of people that are listening right now are living examples of how you could break poverty mindset. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I came from nothing, but I talked to a lot of people that came from nothing, that came from the projects, that came from a very poor living environment, and they was able to make something out of themselves. And so my question is, if you were able to do it, why you keep thinking other people can't? You know what I'm saying? Why are you online preaching, you know what I'm saying, about all this other stuff about why people can't, instead of telling them what you did in order to be there?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by, you know, reality. Reality is reality online is, man, you know, because of your skin color, you're not going to be able to advance. You're not, you know what I'm saying, keep preaching this poverty mindset.
Yeah.
Your reality is you live in a $300,000 home with a couple of vehicles, and your kids are in college.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you came from the same place as the people that you're talking to.
Right.
So what's the reality there?
Man, that's a good question, man. And I understand that. I think part of the issue is, I believe some individuals have this issue with toxic guilt. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So toxic guilt, ladies and gentlemen, is when you feel bad. All right. You feel bad because of the choices that you've made that has caused you to possibly advance in life. However, individuals that you know or that you would normally associate with, they haven't advanced. And then so therefore you feel away. You get what I'm saying? And so that might be an example of deflecting. Say, look, y'all just got a poverty mindset, you know, blah, 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 or you can't do that. I don't know what the issue is. Maybe because it's, you know, your color, maybe because it's just the man or whatever the case is. However, I think it depends on, I just think it depends on it's a testament of your growth and how individuals are growing with you. You know what I'm saying? However, you have to be cognizant of the individuals that you're talking to, because not everybody's ready to move in the same direction at the same time. You know what I mean? So yeah, that could be I can see that.
Man, it kills me, man, because I feel like those folks are talking down to folks. You know what I'm saying? Like you made it, man. You know what I mean? Right. Well, you know, I'm not saying they multimillionaires, but they live a pretty good life. But instead of preaching about, you know what I'm saying, if you're talking about helping folks, instead of telling them, like, look, this is how I got my business started.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You tell them they need to point fingers at other folks to why, you know what I'm saying, they not where they need to be at. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? There's some things out there, you know, that's not fair.
All right.
But even with those things not being fair, you were still able to be okay.
That's right.
But you don't want to tell people that part.
No.
So what's the reality versus the reality? You know what I mean? The reality is you online, you know what I'm saying, speaking to all these other media talking points. And I blame the media for this stuff. Talking to all the media talking points, but your reality is you're not living the life that you're talking about.
That's right. Or the life that you're talking about hasn't really impacted you in that standpoint. No, I get you.
Hey man, shout out to my boy Brian, man. Hey, much love to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? One day we got to get you on here.
Yo, what's going on? Yeah,
he was my battle buddy at senior NCOA. He was the only Army guy in my class.
Oh, wow.
My individual class.
Okay.
Sergeant Major, Big Sergeant Major now.
Right on. What's going on with you? Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about what's reality. And look, bro, let's talk about this too, since we talk about the kids going back to school, man. Have you seen a change in the way they interact with each other via social media than they do in real life? So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask y'all this question. Y'all chime in, right? How has the rise of social media platforms changed the way that we've communicated with each other? Ooh. Like, think about it. Are you able to have these transparent conversations with individuals face to face, or is it easier doing it behind the phone? You get what I'm saying? Or is it easier telling people how you feel only when you're in the virtual room like this? Are you able to still have those conversations? And what has happened since that? What you think, huh?
This is crazy how the world has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And there will be people that I know that have communicated with me online. You know what I'm saying? Very much. As soon as they see me, they act like they don't know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, do you not recognize me? I'm the guy whose stuff you always commenting on and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I think that it's easier for folks to be social behind the phone.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because for one, you be able to get everything that you want out. You could delete whatever you thought that you didn't want to say in the first place. And you know what I'm saying? You don't have to look nobody eye to eye when you're saying it.
Mm.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
So now, you know what I'm saying? Looking somebody eye to eye when you're talking is part of those social skills that we learned as a kid.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Our kids don't learn that stuff now. You know, they talk all that beef on the phone. They do all the talking on the phone in their group chats.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's true.
You know,
Big Satch. Look, y'all, Satchel says, do we have this reality wrong? Right? Are we our generation of the touch? No, I mean, I think that's a degree, right? I believe that, Satch, that's a great question. I believe if we don't know how to use the medium, right, that everyone, or let's say our generation or the generation that's coming up is using, we will be out of touch with them. However, we still have to be the catalyst to real engagement because we came from a society or generation where that was prevalent. Like they're born in the digital age, right? Ooh, excuse me. But the issue is if we don't connect with them where they are first, we would be expecting them to communicate where we are. You see what I'm saying? Because we're older or we're more experienced, but they're going to be here past us, essentially. Now, what you think, huh?
I think that we created it.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? And going on what Satchel was talking about, we created this.
mhm.
As parents, you know what I'm saying? It was easy to throw an iPad and stuff like that right in front of a kid
Yeah.
from the moment they're able to hold one.
Mhm,
You know what I'm saying? So now we see the results of that.
mhm.
Kids can't live without their electronics and stuff like that. It's a new age. This is a new world. You know what I mean? And a world that we have familiarity with, but we also still old enough to understand life without it.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? So, but our kids don't know that life.
No, they
You
don't.
know what I'm saying? All they know is from the moment that they can, you know what I'm saying, move was they had a phone or something inside their hand, keeping them occupied so the parents can go do whatever they want to go do.
That's right.
You know,
And I
so
mean,
we created that.
I think we created it. However, I think we're still in a place, especially in our household, y'all, that we can control. We can control I would say, the usage and how it's used. Right now, there's been stories around when kids get in trouble or whatnot. The parents take their phones away or their tablets away, then the kids just go buck wild, right? Because they don't know how. It seems like they I guess the parents never gave them uh the boundaries of what this iPad or cell phone was for. Like it's for your convenience, it's not a necessity. So when the kids does something out of line, the kids just go, and when it's taken away from them, then they just go buck wild. I mean, just messing up the house and all that other stuff. So we've created it, but then we take a step back and want to blame the quote unquote social media for just being what it is. You get what
Man,
I'm saying?
they had a kid actually kill their parents behind that.
See, look at that. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. Think about it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I guess what we're talking about here on what's reality and then dealing with kids and just each other, what are some of the negative aspects of social media on human interactions? All right. Now, Herm started off the conversation earlier with the brawl, right? We really didn't touch on it last week, but y'all, it's for some reason it did certain things for certain people, right? It highlighted some things. So first of all, let's talk about that. All right, Herm, what did it show you as you sat and watched it, no matter how many times and how many angles, right? What did it like? How did you feel when you watched it?
Okay, what I saw is I saw some people that decided they want to take matters in their own hands and jump on a guy who was doing their job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they got a much deserved ass whooping in the process. You know what I'm saying? People came out, dude came swimming across the water to come in and help the guy that was getting jumped.
Mm-hmm.
I try that in a small town. That's what
Okay.
I saw. I saw a community stepping up for somebody that was getting beat up. And then I realized what other people saw.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? What other people saw, they took it as this was about unity.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, again, white people are the enemy. So on and so forth. You know what I mean? It's like, dang. You know what I mean? I kind of understand why people want to feel this way, because social media has people so charged in their mind, you know what I'm saying, about everything white is wrong, everything white is bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So some people saw unity and togetherness. I didn't see that at all as far as unity and togetherness. I saw somebody getting their tail whooped. Not unity and togetherness when it comes to race.
Okay.
I saw unity and togetherness when it came to community. That's what I saw.
Okay. Got it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what did y'all see? What I saw at first was like, wow, what's really going on? Like in broad daylight, really? That's how you feel, right? And so after further investigation, I got it. And what I saw was a pot boiling over. All right. Something that's been simmering for so long in that area. Okay. And so I saw the frustration, I saw the anger, I saw everything that was shown, because I could relate to it. Like, wow, based off of where it was at. Right now, I didn't see, well, take that back. I saw what social media was saying based off of I would say the individuals that I follow, right, or individuals that you know, may have shared it, and they give a little bit of commentary and everything. I'm like, okay, cool, I can see that. But now I guess the other question is how did it make you feel, ladies and gentlemen, when you saw that? How did it make you feel? Did you feel like you were right there, right? Did you feel like, yo, that's what's up, that's what we should do, right? Just in general, or was that like, okay, was that a learning moment for you, right? What did it cause you to do, essentially, right? Is it just entertainment? But yeah, keep this in mind, that's real life right there. Those were individuals' lives, right? Individuals could have really got seriously hurt. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't condone violence, excuse me, like that. I believe in protecting yourself, and fair is fair, right? But at the same time, what did it cause you inside to do or to feel, right? Like if you were there on that boat and you waiting, you know, to go in the dock, and all of a sudden you saw something to that magnitude, what would it cause you to do? Do you think that you'd be bold enough to jump in that water and say, let's go? You get what I mean? Would you just stand back or be a bystander? You know what I'm saying? Or would you get behind social media talking about what you would have done?
Ain't nobody gonna admit that.
So that's what we talk about, ladies and gentlemen. What's reality, right? Where are you when it comes down on this line? All right, this line of virtual reality and reality TV.
What you think you would have did?
Man, you know, the current me, I think I would have. I think based off of where I was, if I was on the boat, I probably would have stayed where I was at. You get what I'm saying? Because anything could have went wrong. All right, I could have put myself in a position where I could have caught something. You know what I mean? Like I could have caught the wrong left. Boom, that would have been lights out for me because I'm in somebody else's business, right? But then on the other side, I can feel the anger of what if it was me and individuals were sitting there watching. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I would feel like, you know what I mean? That's, you know, that's big over there. You get what I'm saying? It's like seeing someone beat up old lady to me, you know? Now, don't get me wrong. If it was 1-on-1, boom, get it in how you feel. But when it was like 5 and 6 before somebody came in, I would have felt away. So I don't know, man. Now, what would you have done though?
Same. If I was on a boat, I probably wouldn't have jumped in it. You know what I mean? But if I was on a dock, I couldn't see me standing by just letting it happen like that. Right. I wouldn't have hit no woman in the head with a chair like old boy did. You know what I mean? But see, the thing is, I would have jumped in it no matter what color the people were, though. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I'm going to jump in if I see people jumping on somebody. Period. You know what I mean? I'm not driven by, you know, hey,
Mm-hmm.
by race like that, to where it's like, I'm going to jump in because of the color of people's skin.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? If I see a bunch of black dudes jumping on a white dude, I'm going to be like, yo, hey, chill out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I might not go in swinging all the time unless I had to, but I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I would have helped.
All right. So look, Sat says, I saw empowerment. In the epicenter of racial tension, minorities felt strengthened to come to the rescue of another. 60 years ago, I would have froze. Oh,
Man, I don't know. I just saw a
see?
video of this white girl walking home from school getting jumped by a bunch of black girls. Was that empowerment too? You know what I'm saying?
But that's
That's what I'm asking. You know what I mean? Like, what are we really saying?
No, you know exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just saw a white girl walking home from school in a group of black. I literally just saw that.
You're at.
And a bunch of black girls jumped on her. You know what I'm saying? So on the internet.
Yeah, but
and it happens in my hometown all the time too.
But see, this
is that empowerment? Is what I'm asking.
But look, yes, and
so that's empowerment too. Okay.
You're right. No. I can understand what Satch is saying, and you know what I'm saying. You know what it is. Look at the place. Look at where it's at. Okay.
I've been to Montgomery. Yeah,
right.
Go ahead.
Right. So you look at the place, right? Think about everything that has happened that's probably still in the soils of Alabama, right? The history of that. Now, don't get me wrong. People are ignorant all over the world. I'm not discrediting that at all. You get what I'm saying? Kids fighting each other, right? Regardless of the race. Is that empowerment? No, that's just kids getting on somebody's ass. All right, that shit happens, right?
It happens with adults too.
Right, it happens with adults, but I'm talking about in a location. And ladies and gentlemen, y'all chime in. Y'all let me know what y'all think. In a location like Alabama, anywhere south of the Mississippi, you get what I'm saying? There is like Satch said, there is a tension there. You get what I'm saying? There's an underlying hue of frustration. You see what I'm saying? That individuals have felt for years. Now, not everybody can relate to that. Not everybody can realize that that's a real thing. So it's ignorant to assume everybody should feel the same way. But it's like, I understand. Now, them girls fighting and what happened down there, those are apples and oranges.
Why?
What happened is the same. The action, right, is the same, but the intent behind it, as far as the level of frustration, is different.
How you know how frustrated them black girls were?
No, you know what I mean.
I'm just asking.
You know what I mean.
I'm just asking, man.
There's no historical. Look, it's no.
I'm from the South, man. I lived in the South. You know what I'm saying? Until I joined the military.
Okay,
you know
right.
I mean?
Okay.
So I get it. I've been jumped by a bunch of white boys in my life. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I get what you're talking about. But you know what I'm saying? When we talk about seeing empowerment and all that stuff, okay, fine.
Okay.
Then let's start seeing empowerment when we talk about how we handle each other. You know what I'm saying? Let it bleed over to that then. You know what I mean? So it's like hard for me to be like, yeah, I'm all for it, when that same kind of incident happened where a black security guard was jumped and killed. He was just doing his job. It wasn't no gang crime stuff. In California, a black security guard was jumped and killed by a whole bunch of black folks.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
know what I'm saying? So where was his empowerment? Where was his unity at? You know what I mean? It's like, that's why I have a problem when we say, you know what I'm saying, there's unity and all this type stuff. I'm like, man, but is it really? You know what I mean? Is it really? Or is it just unity against white people? You get what I'm saying?
No, I get exactly what you're saying. I think I get what you're saying, and I believe based off of what you have experienced. All right, based off of what you've experienced, your social circles as you grew up to help to form who you are will give you that level of perception of what's reality, what's unity, and what's not. You get what I'm saying? Like you can have unity just based off of mindsets, right? It's not necessarily the commonality in the struggle, so to speak, but just mindsets. So I believe that day was a perfect storm for individuals that was from there or not to feel a way and to get it in, you know? So here we go. Camille, what's going on? She says, if we keep quote unquote whitewashing the racial issues, we will never deal with it at its root. We can always say what if and flip the narrative, but What about what is? And I think these are two different issues you are addressing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So besides the skin color of the people, is that all it takes to make it a racial issue? You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
Like
wait, say that again.
the person of the white guys that jumped the guy, the black
Mm-hmm.
captain or co-captain, I don't know his name.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just because they're opposite skin color that makes it a racial issue, or could it just been some drunk people, you know what I'm saying, attacking a person?
It could be.
You know what I'm saying? So now we make it a racial issue. We don't even know what it was about, what was said, or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. So
you know what I'm saying?
Camille says much deeper than that, and I understand. And look, here's the deal. Here's the deal. This is what social media does, ladies and gentlemen. Understand what we're talking about. What's reality? What is reality?
What is reality?
What is reality? Is it based off of what you see, what you can relate to, or how you feel in the mix of the two? You get what I'm saying? Because not everybody's perception is reality. You hear people say that perception is reality. No, your perception is your reality. But now there comes a time where your perception and my perception intersect and it becomes our reality. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about that. What is your reality right now when it comes down to a social media, or think about this oxymoron, reality TV?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Think about it.
And I'm going right back at it with this.
And she says, it was reality for all those people involved. And I would say,
how do we know? We never talked to anybody that was involved.
No, we didn't. We didn't. However, what we did see is individuals throwing blows and individuals catching them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Now the intent behind it could have been multifaceted.
Okay, so now I'm gonna flip to another scenario where it was a man and his girlfriend or whatever, two white folks got mobbed on. It was a bunch of black folks. I think this was Chicago. You know what I mean? I think, and they beat the hell out of them. Now, was that a racial issue or not? Was that also a racial issue as far as them? It was like 15 of them, and there was only two of those. It was a guy and a woman. Mm-hmm. Now, do we see that also as a racial issue, a racial victory as well? You know what I'm saying? Is that also empowerment? See, that's the problem that I have with it. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, y'all. You know what I mean?
So, man, look, I think we got to consider this, right? We have to define things based off of our lens. You see, just like how you're doing right now, you can't see it that way. And respectfully, I can dig that. You get what I'm saying? However, what we have to be cognizant of is what the media, social media, any other type of media perpetuate to anger us or to even stimulate thoughts that may not even be true. Right? Think about it. Are you in the look? Think about it. Think about it. Are you in the matrix right now? Do you even know? You see what I'm saying? Was that racial? Was it not? But what's the big issue? You see, what's the underlying thing in my thought process is those situations that happen, regardless of what side is on, how many people are on this side and this people on this side, what is it preventing us from doing? It's preventing us from doing what? Collectivizing. Just made up that word.
Yeah,
right?
You did.
Look, collectivizing.
Smooth too. Let's coin that one.
Baby, always.
But
look, coming together and then making an impact to stop the bullshit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. It also, the way the media puts it, in my opinion, the way the media puts it, they put it in the most divisive way possible.
Because it's more controversial.
Because instead of saying, you know what I'm saying, the community stepped up for a person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They made it about a black and white issue to make it divisive. Mm-hmm. I saw a community standing up for a person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I saw. I saw try that in a small town. Okay. That's what I saw. You know what I mean? It's like, man, they should have got their tail drug up and down that dock. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But now we said like it's a black versus white thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's celebrate. Imagine, if you will, if the roles were reversed and white people were clowning all over social media the way black folks is about chairs and all that stuff about black folks. If the roles were reversed and it was a white doc make whatever they got was getting jumped and a whole bunch of white dudes came and hit a black grandmama on the head with a chair. You think it'll be that celebratory over the internet the way it is right now?
I think this to answer your question. What makes you think it's not happening?
It's not. You don't see it nowhere online. Don't try that, Steph.
No, listen.
You don't see that nowhere online, and it's not going to be promoted on the news like that.
No, I'm saying this. Look, this is the reason why I say this is this. We're watching what we gravitate to.
No,
hold on, wait, let me finish. Let me finish. See, now look.
It ain't nowhere online like that. Go ahead.
Look, what I'm saying is there's multi levels of this media joint. You dig what I'm saying? We're watching things that's on our frequency. We're watching things that's stimulating us. But I guarantee you, can I find it right now? No. Do I know exactly which way to go? Absolutely not, because it's not on my frequency. But I guarantee you, there is a group of individuals, okay, on the flip side in this same space as us talking about this, but on the other side. You know what we should do? You know what should have happened? Yeah, I tell you, next time I'm telling you, man, you can't.
And I'm not saying that don't exist at all. Yeah, but I'm saying none of the popular news outlets is going to let that ride. You know what I mean? And they shouldn't. Mm-hmm. And they shouldn't. You know what I mean? It shouldn't ride. But what I'm saying is, the minute people get their mind together, be like, you know what? I'm not going to let the media do this to me no more. I'm not going to sit here and stay in this black versus white thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That was the community stepping up for somebody. I saw a whole bunch of white people applauding what happened. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because again, they should have got their ass whooped. Mm-hmm. With the black boys on the boat. I don't know.
Here, well, look, we're going to read this for those that may be listening in. So Satchel said, with the black guys on the boat come to rescue of the dock manager if he was white.
No, they'd probably be recording it.
See, now
they probably be recording that
line, bro. You really think that?
They probably be recording.
All right, so look, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're talking about reality, and we're talking about this situation here, right? That happened a couple of weeks ago in Montgomery, Alabama. Right on the whole dock, the chairs, and everybody jumping. What they call it, Aquaman. You dig what I'm saying? You know, they got a whole bunch of memes out there. But ladies and gentlemen, here's the next question.
You know, he was 16.
See, look at him. Look. So here it is, though. Why do you watch what you watch? Think about it. Why do you watch what you watch? So I want y'all to really, really consider that. Now, do you understand that there is a difference between entertainment and empowerment, but it's a problem when you can't differentiate between the two, right? So is it some things out there that's entertaining, but it causes you to feel a certain way? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think y'all understand, but this TV mediums, the medias, the music and everything like that, it can attach to your being, your whole soul.
Absolutely.
Right? So the question is, why do you watch what you watch? And here's the other part of the question, doing one of Larry's things. What does it cause you to do? Because think about it, y'all. A lot of the things in social media has caused us to even have this platform right now, right? But it took a group of brothers to come together and say, hey, what are we going to do that's within our lane? So now I'm asking y'all, based off of the things that you see in TV right now, social media, music and everything, what does it cause you to do? Or do you have the hands-off approach?
Why do I watch what I watch?
Yeah.
I don't watch
it for information,
just to see what's going on. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's a good way. You know what I'm saying? Social media is a good way to be in tune of what's going on, because you get snippets here and there about what's happening. And then what I advise people do when they see something, and it's like, oh, this is interesting. Don't stop with that thing that you clicked on Facebook, man. Go look at it for real. Like, okay, what is it really saying? You know what I mean? What are we really doing? Like the book ban stuff. Like they talking about they trying to take books out of schools. All right, hold on. That sounds a little bit crazy. Let me research and see what's really happening. Mm-hmm. And then form your opinion. A lot of times people are forming their opinion based off of headlines. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, this headline says this, and now I'm fired up and I'm going, you know what I'm saying? This must be true. Mm-hmm. Take a step further and look at different news sources. Different sources, not just the same biased ones. Go to the other side and look and see what they said about it.
Yeah.
And then try to decipher what's true for yourself. Mm-hmm. You know, but That's the reason why I do it. I think social media is a good tool to find out what's going on because it's a microcosm of today's society. You know what I'm saying? I got thousands of friends everywhere talking about different things.
Mhm. You know, I watch it. Let me see, not watch it. Sometimes I do, right? Sometimes it's something quick to just get your mind off of what's really going on in the world, right? Sometimes it's just something that kind of break up the monotony of everything. However, I have to really monitor my social media use because of how it makes me feel. You right? So there was a time when there was something that was shared in a group of ours of individuals just blatantly getting shot. Do you get what I'm saying? It was a drive-by shooting, and it like at a corner store type of thing. I know what that does for me and to me. You get what I mean? It's not good. And it's a lot of things, ladies and gentlemen, that's on social media that causes us to really view life in a skewed way, right? It can create a level of fear that's not truly there, but that goes within that whole controversial, like, hey, you better watch out for this. Hey, it's another COVID coming. Oh, you get what I'm saying? It's another, it's like a fear tactic, right? Hey, watch out. They coming to take your jobs, or they coming to take your women. They coming to take your life, right? You better get your ammo. But I look at things deeper. What's happening? Is this a way to stimulate economic growth? Is this a way to stimulate or to perpetuate fear in order for you to do something else? So when do we take the step back and say, wait a minute, why is this channel pushing this message? What's their underlying meaning for that? And that's where I'm at right now. So I'm always thinking twice. Maybe it's my overactive brain, but I'm always looking deeper as to why, because everything that's on TV right now, ladies and gentlemen, is there for a reason. Everything on social media is there for a reason. And Chris Rock said this before, man. Hey, number one currency right now is attention. So when individuals are grabbing your attention, question is why.
Man, yeah. My wife had to talk to me about this before.
Okay.
You know what I mean? About, things that you take in. You know what I'm saying? Just like what you were just talking about. You know what I'm saying? People getting shot. It's a lot of trauma on social media.
Bruh.
You know what I mean? Whatever your triggers are, you gotta be able to protect. You gotta protect yourself when it comes to that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's how's it make me feel?
That's it.
Sometimes it makes me feel angry. A lot of times I'm laughing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But sometimes it just bewilders me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it bewilders me like, man, I can't believe people are thinking this way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think that the reason why the media puts things the way they do is because they're going to do whatever they can to generate the most clicks.
That's right.
So they're going to put it the most divisive, the most shocking, the most sexy way for people to get on there and then, kind of mold their mind the way they want it to be molded.
That's true. That is true. And so, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to switch it a little bit. All right. As far as when individuals take the things that's on let's say social media or on quote unquote reality TV, and they expect you to fall in line with their reality. Think about it.
Boy, all right now.
What? Hey, yo,
Okay.
This is Lions Den, ain't it? Ain't this what we do, ladies and gentlemen? This is Lions Den. We're gonna step in and we're gonna own it. But look here, let's go into this. Miss Camille, what she says. She says everyone experiences different or life differently, right? It gives us a glimpse into what others are doing, having, and being, right? It's up to us to know when to tune in and out. I'm careful about what and how much I ingest on social media. I will shut it down mid-video if necessary. Absolutely. So you have to do that.
Hey, well, and big shout out to Camille, man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Doing your traveling and getting out there and seeing the world since your retirement.
Yes.
Glad to see you back on here rapping with us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to you, right? Shout out to getting out there doing your thing. And that's what it is, y'all. So how do you protect yourself from individuals' reality? So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all don't know how me and Ern be talking about these shows. And this came up, right? This came up, I guess, while I was doing Zumba, right? But this came up, and it's like, hey, I don't have to play a role in your show. Think about it. I don't have to play a role in your show. Listen, I don't care who the players are. I don't care what you are. Hey, watch this. You ready? Let me make sure we good. I don't care who you think you are. Hey, I'm not putting on the Google glasses like I'm stupid because I know how to draw the line. All right. Hey, I can love you from a distance. I can respect you from a distance. I don't have to be involved in your false reality.
Man.
Hold on now. Look, now I'm gonna do this. Look, I'm gonna start it, and we're gonna see if the Lions then go pick up what I'm putting down.
Let's see.
Hey, we don't have to perpetuate what you think reality should be for me. You see? Now, for you, okay, I don't have to be involved in that, but you can't tell me what my reality is for me and mine's. That's another word. You see? Now, what you think about that, Herm?
I think that I won't infringe on what you got going on.
Yeah.
Right. As an adult, for sure, you got the right to be whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
But me as an adult and my kids, we have a right to live our life as well. You know what I mean? So your reality don't have to be mine. You know, and how simple is that? And why do people gotta try to force their reality, especially on kids, especially when their kids are not around their parents? You know what I'm saying? Case in point. Now we're gonna go there.
Yeah.
Talk about the pronoun thing.
Okay.
If you want to be called whatever you want to be called, that's fine. You could want to be called that all you want to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to call you that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to call you that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that doesn't mean I have to go out of my way to, you know what I'm saying, call you something else. I just call you by your name. Or I just won't talk to you at all. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to play your game.
Mm-hmm.
And neither does my kid.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Neither does my kid. So it's like, why is it important for you to live your life? I don't care what nobody calls me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I pick and choose what I'm going to answer to.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Why can it not be that simple for you?
That's a good question.
Man, who out here want to get on with this one?
I don't think they do. They love.
Boy, you know what I mean?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Because I know y'all watching with your fingers ain't working now. Hey, look.
It's getting kind of off the wall, right? You know what I'm saying? Because now we don't know how many genders there are. It's
what?
Infinite. Hey, last thing I heard is that genders is infinite now. You know what I mean? So we don't know.
Stop. See, you see what social media do to you?
Gender is now fluid. Gender is now fluid to where I could wake up one day and feel like something else, and I could be that. Whatever I feel like I want to be. So
now, is that gender or sexuality?
Gender. That's gender. Gender and sex is supposed to be two different things now.
Wait.
Gender is the mindset. Sex is your sexual organs. I ain't lying to you, dog.
Who said this? Wait, you saw this on the internet, didn't you?
They are talking about this in Congress and stuff like. I ain't making this up. I'm not making this up. Hey, who on here is listening? I'm not making it up.
Hold on. No. I do not believe that. I do not.
They are making legislation based on this. The question was asked. The question was asked. What's the point in having women's sports then if everybody's the same?
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? It's just getting. It's like, how far do we got to let things go?
Well,
what's the reality? What's the reality? Is there more genders than men and women? Is there more than that? Is there, you know what I'm saying? Like what somebody in that realm need to come explain that to me.
So here it is. And look, let me, y'all, I'm looking at the genderbread person. Okay, check it out. So gender roles, gender refers, to these socially constructed roles. Didn't know that. Behaviors, expressions, and identities of girls, boys, women, men, and gender diverse people. Wow. I thought it was only two. Am I tripping? Okay, so yeah, so see, there you go. That's how much I'm out of touch, and that's another thing. That's the danger, though. That's the danger of not at least being aware of what's going on, right? Because you can say, "Hey, what's up, brother? What you mean? Or whatever." I don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to, you see, and I guess I have to educate myself. I'll be 100 with that. Say it's my fault. I need to educate myself because I personally had no idea. I knew that it was different pronouns, but I didn't think that was the gender thing.
Yeah, dog. That's why I call everybody MFs, and I'm good with it. You know what I mean? I call everybody MFs, including my kids. So now that's multifaceted, multi-gender. Everybody's an MF to me. You know what I mean? So if I'm calling you that, just know I'm trying to be polite.
Okay, so you go take the Samuel Jackson approach.
But check this out, man. But check this out. They haven't stopped there.
Okay.
Reality is, in California, they try to pass a bill that if a parent does not affirm their child's whatever identity they want to pick, gender identity they pick, they deem it as abusive and look to take the child away. This is new. This is real. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the reason why people got to be in tune on what's going on, because that's for real.
Okay.
Go ahead. Hey, in California, they said, hey, if you don't agree with your 6-year-old boy saying he's a girl, we could take your kid away from you because you being abusive.
Okay, so now look, here's the difference, bro. Here's the difference. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a such thing called the circle of control and circle of influence. Many of you have heard of the what is it? It's the serenity prayer. All right. Understanding the difference and as far as what you can control or not, and the wisdom to discern between the two, right? Very much paraphrasing that. So I know Seth has to be aware of what's going on in his home and around his home. But bro, I know what even having this conversation about what's happening in California can do to me, and I'm like, what, over 2,000 miles away. Now, aware that it's happening, cool, keep it over there. Now, if it starts to bleed over in here, now don't get me wrong, some bills aren't turned into laws just like that, right? People want that to happen. I get that. You dig what I'm saying? However, we have to think about what's happening in the media, and then how are you getting involved with it? Right? What is it that you can do today? Now, man, go ahead.
Understanding your politics, understanding the politicians you vote for.
There you go.
The reason why what's happening to me in California is important, because if it can happen there, next thing you know what I'm saying? Oh shoot, they got that pass. You know what I mean? Let's try this over here now. You know what I mean? So it's like, when does it stop? You're really going to take away somebody's kid from a parent because they don't agree that their son is a girl? And who's pushing that? The teachers are. You know what I'm saying? That there's a lot.
Teachers are pushing it.
Oh yeah, man. If you look, there's a whole group of LGBTQ plus teachers group that are upset that they can't promote. You know what I'm saying? Different things inside their classroom. Okay. Now, I mean, I'm pretty old. I'm 43, but I don't remember my teachers talking to me about any of their, you know what I'm saying? Hey, me and my husband did this. I don't remember none of that. You know what I'm saying? It may have happened, but I'm not really aware of what my teachers did as far as their personal life, because that was their personal life, and I'm in the 4th grade. You know what I'm saying? But now some of these teachers are wanting to push that. They want to tell them about what they did with their partner. You know what I'm saying? They same-sex partner or whatnot. You know what I mean? They want to make it a point to, you know what I'm saying, teach them about these pronouns and all these different things. That's the reality now. You know what I mean?
So I would say this. I would say, to your point, I would say that it may not be the teachers. However, I believe it is politicians that want to, I guess, be on the other side as far as the things that's going on, and certain teachers that was not talking about that before may feel empowered now to do it, and using their influence in the schools to do it that way. You get what I'm saying? Because teachers do have a lot of power, don't get me wrong. However, the real power comes from the parents. The real power comes from the individuals that's voting and putting people in these. Look, the real power, and shout out to my man's, dang, I can't even think, Wally. Shout out to Wally right now. He's a part of his school board. You see what I'm saying? That's where the power comes in. So what's happening is, Herman, we're talking about it right now. The difference between reality and social media, what's being perpetuated, and how do we get involved with it? So just like you said, knowing, who's in office and all that other stuff, but it's looking at how do we hold ourselves accountable based off of where we are right now. Like, for example, my daughter just started 7th grade. Lord have mercy, bro. 7th grade. I can't believe. Anyway, 7th grade. So now 7th grade. Now I'm leaning in a little bit closer than I was maybe when she was in kindergarten to 4th grade to now 7th grade. And I went into, as we did we looked at the, what is that called? When you go to school and they do the housewarming, not housewarming, what they have? Open house. Check it out. One of the questions that was on the board in her, what class was this? I believe it was history class. How about one of the questions says, who built the pyramids? Wait, no. Were the pyramids built by slaves? Yes or no? That was on the wall. It wasn't on the board. It was on the wall. Now, me and Simone talked about it a little bit, and I was like, well, you know what? I like that question, but I would like to be a fly on the wall to see how it's stimulating thought. Because if teachers are telling kids what to think versus telling them how to think, that's a problem. So that's where us as parents become more, accountable for who are the ones that's teaching and who are the ones in office.
But who do you feel like talks to your kid maybe more than even you?
Well, I believe that the children, or my daughter, I believe it throughout the week, she's at school longer, right? Right? She's at school longer, but however, I believe I give her more focused attention. And that's the deal. That's the difference. You see what I'm saying? Even though she's in school for that long, the school isn't focused straight on Simone. They got to worry about 20 other kids every day.
But what some of these teachers is doing is trying to spark a kid's curiosity, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And as soon as they pull their thread, they going in. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no politician talking to nobody's kid.
No, they're not. But they're not talking to the kids. But you know what's happening? They're paying those individuals that's making cartoons. You get what I'm saying? They're backing that.
Yeah, there's a huge. There's a huge movement. There's lawsuits and everything going on right now about these teachers that want to be able to push their agendas onto kids.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They upset, like, because some of the school boards, some of the school districts try to shut that stuff down. They try to shut that stuff down, and so now, but some teachers realize potential, focus on the ones they could save. Elaborate on that one right there.
Yeah, and put your name too, y'all, because whoever this is, we can see your
elaborate
name.
On that.
Elaborate, but go ahead.
So watch some of these teachers. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of them are out there. I'm not sure if any of my kids' teachers is like that or we ever experienced that. But a lot of them are out there, you know what I'm saying, wanting to, they promote a certain lifestyle to them. Now, if a teacher is living their life, that's fine. But I don't see why you need to talk to a child about it.
No, you don't. And you don't. But see, here's the deal. I personally believe that teachers, just like anybody, we're human. All right. And when you're around certain people for so long, right, you start to feel comfortable and all this other stuff. I get that. However, the responsibility comes back home. As soon as the kids walk through the door, we are the ones that's either emphasizing what the teacher is saying or letting them know, hey, that don't apply to you. We don't subscribe to that. You dig? That's where that's the end of the day. And
I love that.
Right.
But
Go ahead.
think about it. But think about itself. Like they are
Mhm.
already working to take away that right from the parent.
It's so what? So what did that mean? You know,
That means that they will take your kid away from you.
no, you know what that means? That means we have the power to take their ass out that school first. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. So the state, the teachers don't have power over parents. You see what I'm saying? And I believe that's where the disconnect comes from, because there are parents out there that feel as though it's the teacher's job to do boo, 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 boo. But what happens is they forget their job, their role. You get what I'm saying? How can you expect someone to love and to really teach your child better than you?
Yeah,
Hold on, check it out. This was let me see. Conan. All right. In school, I was above average, but didn't apply myself. But the teachers saw my potential and
absolutely.
try with every turn. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And it says take them out of schools and put them where? Hold on, but see, that's the responsibility of a parent. You see what I'm saying? Or check this out. What are you able to do? All I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, when we're talking about reality, when we talk about reality and social media, the reality is your child did not ask to come here. Now, your child is here now. It's not the teacher's responsibility to give them the utmost education, right? It's not the state's responsibility. That is yours. That's your responsibility. So now we have to be aware of what the teachers are telling our children. We have to be aware of what our children are even watching. You see what I'm saying? Now, that's a lot, but it's still our responsibility until they're grown to make their own decisions as adults, or until they out the damn crib. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Why not help the teachers? Because they are here to help you. Okay.
Help them do what?
What? You see what I'm
saying? I help them. Hey, I'm a teacher first person. I'm a teacher first person. I believe the teacher when they come and tell me something. But we're talking about teachers that want to push their beliefs onto children. And I'm not gonna help them with that.
And here's something else. We're also talking about how are the, I guess, the social media, how is that being perpetuated in school, right? Or things that's not in line with reality when it comes down to your home, right? So you have these morals in your household. Is that in line in your school, in your children's school? And then are they coming back different, or they have a different thought process, which is cool to have a different thought process, right? But their morals are skewed based off of what's being pushed in school. You see what I'm saying? All right, let me see. Camille says we can't be afraid to parent because of what they might do, right? We have the responsibility to raise them to the best of our abilities according to our beliefs and values, as long as there's no harm. Yes, let me see. It says, all right, it should be a partnership. Parents should be enforcing the tools from school, but the teachers should be coming from the home first. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, get to know your teachers. No, absolutely. But I'm saying, if once you find out that what they pushing is out of line, what do you do?
What you're able to.
And what are we able to do?
Me and you are able to do what we need to do, but there's a lot of people that's not.
I get it. You know
what I mean?
But see, that's the deal. So now it goes back to the original point. What is social media, or today's quote unquote norms? Because what's normal to me may not be normal to you, but how are we showing up? Right? What does it cause us to do? How is it affecting our own households right now? Right? And how are we protecting ours? Now, how are you doing that, huh?
Man, luckily, you know what I'm saying, my kids are older, and you know what I'm saying, they're setting their ways as far as that stuff goes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't really have to worry about all this stuff. They know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I worry about the future generation. You know what I'm saying? My kids, when they start going to school and the rights from parents get stripped all the way from them. And if we keep thinking that can't happen, trust and believe it can. You know what I'm saying? If people don't pay attention to these things that's happening, it can happen easily. You know what I'm saying? Next thing hey, hold on, kid, you not that. Oh yeah, you abusive. We taking your kid away from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then understanding like where this is coming from, you got to be vigilant when it comes to your child.
Yeah. So no, you're absolutely right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about social media. We're talking about what's reality, and then also too, How does social media usage among our kids, even ourselves, affect our mental health and peer interactions? You see what I'm saying? Like, how does that happen? How are we letting that happen? Ladies and gentlemen, look, I'm about to read this last statement. It says, we must, in caps, be involved in the school meetings, PTAs, boards, etc., so we know what agendas are being pushed.
That's all right, Monica. Is that
right,
Monica?
That's Monica. I'm not sure. All right, and have the impact on what laws and policies are being put into place. Absolutely, y'all. But that's what it is. That's what it is. No bad part of society. So, but that's what it is, y'all. But look here, this went quick, bro.
It did.
Yo, this went quick. We want to say shout out to everybody that's watching on. Hey, let us know. As a matter of fact, we're gonna stay on for one more minute. All right, one more minute. Oh, this was George. What's going on? So look, hey, I want y'all to let us know. All right, what else do y'all think we need to tackle coming up next? All right, coming up real soon. What else do y'all think we need to tackle? Because this started to pick up some steam real quick, and I think we're just scratching the surface, right? I think we're just scratching the surface. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. So, like, what is it that you think that we're not talking about? Because this was really a conversation, not just with me and Herm, but prior to the show, this was for y'all. For real.
What conversations would you guys like to be a part of?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We just talked about the reality, you know what I'm saying, as far as what's on social media and what's real. And then the conversation got pretty deep.
Yeah.
But what out there is really, you know what I'm saying, grinding your gears, is tugging at you, that you're like, you know what? I want them to talk about that. You know what? I also want to hop on when they talk about it.
Absolutely. And keep this in mind, ladies and gentlemen. The Lion's Den Uncaged is coming soon. Uncaged, that means we're getting from behind these cameras and we're going to have a place and a time and seat exactly for you, specifically for you, so we can be back in the building live together.
I will have a 6-pack when it come on too, when it's live, so y'all can see me in all my splendor.
Again, y'all, we was talking about reality. All right, reality, right? And knowing the difference between the two. But y'all, look, we appreciate y'all. Let us know, seriously. Let us know what y'all want us to touch on, because we will be touching on it, right? And we love to do this. We would not be here if it wasn't for you. Right on. We're gonna see y'all soon. Be easy. Later.